Hey, so this is where we slept in Zubiri, right across the bridge in this square building. So close to the river underneath the bridge, we could actually hear the water at night, which was amazing. And this is also the first day we decided to send our bags ahead to give both of our shoulders and backs a bit of a break because we were really sore and feeling it. But Zubiri was a really awesome stop, huh?
Really neat, and a 12th century kind of Roman built bridge, and definitely in the heart of Basque Country. It had a unique feel and just a vibe all to itself. Just beautiful, beautiful walking through it.
Yep. And it was very alive, which was a nice change from the previous few city stops that didn't seem to be popping. So,
And walking from Zubiri to Point de la Reina was just gorgeous. Lots of water along our walk. Lots of I guess it was the Arga River. Just gorgeous.
'Bien Camino! Okay, so these are our friends Taylor and Alexi. We've mentioned them in the previous video, I believe. They keep popping up on our radar as we travel the Camino. Taylor and Alexi gave us Snickers on the second day of the Camino on our way to Zubiri.
And that's something you don't forget.
No, it's not, especially because that's exactly what we needed. Some
Little go juice.
a little go juice, as Dad likes to say. So here is a awesome group picture as we stopped alongside a river with them. Five. Every time we hit one of these. Dad's been doing it too. Every other one. Right, Dad?
That's right. Right on, right on.
We're having fun today.
We're in Arga, headed to Pamplona right now. Another
11. No.
Okay.
I think 10 now. We just hit the marker. We have got 10 kilometers left. We're close. We're feeling it. We're spoiling ourselves a little bit. We got a bit of a nicer hotel tonight because we're gonna spend two nights in Pamplona, right? Yep.
And, learn all about Ernest Hemingway and
Yeah.
playing with the Bulls and having some fun. Tonight, Italy plays England for the final on soccer. Of course, all the different people, different nationalities here, they're all going to celebrate. So it should be a rowdy time in Pamplona.
Yeah. Well, and we met another person named Alex who's from Italy. And they're going to be in Pamplona. They told us about a Facebook group called Italians in Pamplona, and apparently there's some pizzeria that we're supposed to go to watch the game with a lot of Italians and a lot of excitement. So I'm excited to see that. I know football is big over here, and everybody goes crazy in the streets, and so I'm excited.
I don't think Alex has ever seen the level of just rowdiness from soccer fans that Europe has, but maybe we can see that tonight. It should be a good time.
We actually were fortunate enough to run into Taylor and Alexi. Alexi's Russian, and
Well, we don't know that. They're out of some Argentine, Florida, so
yeah, they're U.S. I'm pretty sure he's Russian. I should clarify, but we walked a good portion with them today and exchanged stories and had a lot of fun. We learned about another pilgrimage in Japan that Alexi's been on. Told us it was really awesome, a similar experience. So, and if it looks like we're cold, right? Like I've got this on, it's just to keep the sun off. I just don't want to get sunburnt, and we don't have enough sunscreen to just reapply every hour or so. So I'm sweating, but that just means I'm hydrated, right? So, all right, keep you updated. Hey, I'm playing a little game I like to call catch Dad, where I sit down and rest for a bit, and then Dad goes ahead of me, and I go find him. And then we repeat the process a few times. Only today, though. Today's been really hot, so we're both taking breaks at different times and passing each other and telling each other what's ahead and what's behind. It's kind of fun, actually. We've passed a few cool things since the last update, like a deep spot in a river where a bunch of people were swimming and said hi, and they all were, having fun. Just fun to see other people having fun. That's what the Camino has really taught me. Everybody doing the Camino is just so happy, and that's really, really, really refreshing. So stay tuned. Hey, so this is an elevator Dad and I found as we were approaching Pamplona, the inner city, old town part. And we've never been happier to see an elevator in our lives.
Yeah,
so
why walk when you can ride?
why walk when you can ride? It saved us maybe like 2 stories of elevation, but it was worth every single
And it was
step.
at the end of the day, so our dogs were barking.
They were barking. Hey, so this is Alex. We met up later in Pamplona to watch the football game, like I mentioned earlier. And let me tell you about this experience. So we were trying to link up. He was like, I'm at this bar. He gave me the location. So I'm walking down the street, and I cannot find the bar to save my life. I'm looking up, down, sideways. All of a sudden, I see this door swing open, and Alex runs out, grabs me, pulls me in. It was not a bar. It was turned into a bar. It was just somebody's house, an Italian's house that they turned into a bar. Put some tables together. We were all throwing back, looking at at this giant TV, watching the final, and the energy and just like pure excitement in that room is something that I did not think I'd experience on the entire trip. We were screaming at, any card or foul on Italy, doesn't even matter if it's fair, you gotta hate it. It was hilarious, and I loved every second of it. And it's really cool. He's 19 and I'm 20, so I made a pretty good friend, and we'll probably keep seeing him along the way.
So there's Alex with his pinchos. It was awesome, and then we got ambushed for dinner.
Yeah, they held me over till dinner, the pinchos, and then we got ambushed by a bunch of pilgrims. We knew Irene, who's on the back left. She's from Washington, but originally from Ukraine. She's really awesome, and she's celebrating her 50th birthday, and this was her gift to herself.
With some sangria, and there's Jonish from Poland and Roshni
from Spain. And this is a little celebration we had for Irene as the guy playing the accordion walked by, which is really special for her.
She was very embarrassed, but she loved it. And these are some pictures of Pamplona. Gorgeous downtown city center. Pamplona is a special place, and we actually spent an extra day there, which we'll post some pictures there. Just because, it's a kind of a Hemingway place. And along the way, you have all these little shops and stores and graffiti on the walls and on the shop doors. Of course, Running of the Bulls this year was suspended because of COVID. We had planned our trip so that we could actually do some Running of the Bulls, but it didn't happen. Nonetheless, it was a great trip, and tons and tons of food. I'm telling you, this Basque Country and the food, amazing. That's some Iberian ham, and it just like right off of the leg of the animal, and they just hang it. Doesn't get much better than that. It's way cool. This is a cute little couple that wearing the red and white, even though the running the bulls aren't happening, and they probably are in their 80s or 90s. Just kind of stole my heart. Lots of art on every corner, murals and so forth. Beautiful area. Lots of creativity and artists. To include graffiti, lots of graffiti. I think this says something about the Basque Country and staying Basque and keeping it Basque. But who knows? I don't know. But it was pretty cool. Lots of cool graffiti. Beautiful buildings and scenery. The weather here has just been awesome. But even their graffiti is pretty interesting. It's not like graffiti like we think of. Here's Cafe Aruña, which is where Hemingway used to hang out. And I actually snuck inside. I know COVID protocols weren't supposed to be inside, but I had to capture how cool this bar was. And this is where Hemingway would drink and hang out. 1926, he wrote The Sun Also Rises, which kind of made Pamplona famous. And it remains a very popular place for tourists. You can tell. Okay, so after checking out all of Hemingway's haunts in Pamplona, I went and found a place that looked like my kind of place. Lots and lots of meat. And it was just a really cool place by design with the meat hanging up. And I was hungry for some pinchos and some tapas. You gotta love a place with huge chunks of meat also sitting out front as an advertisement. A lot of fun. And at the time, they eat so much later here. I'm obviously hungry during normal dinner hours for Americans, so I had the place to myself at first. It really filled up toward the end of the night, but I was able to sit there and relax, reflect on the great time in Pamplona, just enjoy the heck out of the scenery. Won't lie, had a couple of nice beers. Just felt great. What an amazing trip and experience. Meanwhile, Alex, I think, was back taking a nap, trying to get himself.
I was working on the videos. No naps were done.
Were you really
slaving away for these things?
Ladies and gentlemen, he was asleep, and in the meantime, I was enjoying the heck out of this. Check out the cool signage and all the different, you just an overload for sensory overload, but a neat place. Nonetheless, I had one of the pinchos I had was like a egg over easy on top of crab meat on top of fish. My gosh, it was just delicious. And then the second pinchos I had was this pinchos, which was a type of a fish. Don't know what type of fish, but let me just tell you, it was good. So I almost felt like I was eating healthy with all the seafood. But damn, it was good. And the beer was cold, and just what a perfect night. I went back toward our hotel, and of course, it wouldn't be Pamplona without Hemingway, and this was Bar Tuxedo, I think it was called. I'm not sure how to say it, but that's where Hemingway would get rowdy with his friends quite a bit, and had a lot of fun. Of course, this year at Pamplona, there was no running of the bulls. A little bit disappointed. They did have the San Fermine Festival, but it was probably about a 25-30% kind of attendance.
Even lower. It was very diluted.
Yeah, it was, but because no running of the bulls. But we got to see where the bulls run. We got to see everything Pamplona has to offer, which was just completely amazing. This was the square that our hotel was on.
And this is what we're going to choose for our picture of the day.
That's
because
right.
You walked outside of our hotel and you were treated to this, and that was a wonderful thing. The entire city was amazing, and I love the history, so that night had a lot of fun.
What a great trip, right, Alex? So stay tuned, and we'll continue to have some fun.
Yep. All right.